Good morning. I wanted to make an update video of how things are going with making this business. I got some smaller bread pans, so that helps me in two ways. One, when I'm testing recipes, it will I won't be needing to use as much wheat to do it, and when I'm selling something, I'll be selling something more the size of what people are likely to want, be willing to spend money on. I created my DBA. I bought a website. I just bought some yard signs about 10 minutes ago, so I can use those for advertising. One thing that I've learned is that unless you have two businesses that you're starting in the exact same second, it's best, whatever business you think will be around for a while, whichever one you're going to be doing and directly running in your city. If you want to start a business doing baked goods, then just make your corporation the name of the bakery. I made a holding company and then did a DBA, but there's more paperwork. It's more work than I would have thought it was, based on what I was told by people around me. So I did that. If I go back and do it again, I would not. I think it was about $100 to make the DBA, which is half as much as it is to make the corporation. So keep in mind, I did both. It was $300 instead of $200. I think if anyone wants to do something like this in the future, they should create the corporation that's named whatever they want it to, and then spend more money down the line, if necessary, to merge it into a holding company. I think that's going to be a lot better in almost every single instance. The other thing that's been going on with me lately is I bought a travel trailer. Let's see if I can see it from here. Yes, you can. So there's the travel trailer. I've been doing some work on that. It's not close to ready. So I will be starting a series documenting the work that I'm doing on that travel trailer. Probably going to start it later this week. It's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. So I'll be starting a series later this week documenting what's going on, what I've needed to do, what I've done so far. Also, the bread recipe is really close to complete. I am going to try a little bit more, but the bread's getting there. I just want a little bit more rise out of it. The bigger bread pans will help me with doing that, because they're longer. Previously, when I was making a yeasted bread, I was not using as much flour in that size, that big pan. So switching to the small pans, they're not half the size. They're maybe about 60% of the size. So it's more space for the dough to spread out into. So I won't have a problem where it's bumping up against the wall of the bread pan, and it won't expand anymore. But I have a couple ideas more for what I can do to get it to expand more. The fresh milled flour thing is very tricky, but I am making progress, and it's definitely the point where you can consistently make a solid sandwich out of it. You can consistently put butter and honey on it, but it's not quite as fluffy as I'm wanting it to be. And also, it's colder than I would expect here. I'm in North Florida. I was in Central Florida for all my life up until a month and a half ago. It's quite a bit colder here. Set the bread out overnight to rise, and oh look, it has to go for another 5 hours because it was cold. I was not expecting to have that problem. I wasn't having that problem in December and January. Well, I think just January. I wasn't having that problem in January in Central Florida, but here I am having that problem in March in North Florida. So that's another fun variable that I have to work with. I was able to push through it, But now I know if I'm ever doing something in fall or winter, or I guess even spring, because it's almost spring now, I need to make sure everything is in the oven the night before, because I can't count on it rising as much as I want it to. Yeah, maybe I'll try with the oven light. That might be a good idea. I think I'll do that next time if it's going to be cold, is set it in the oven with the light on. Anyways, that's all. Like I said, I'll be starting a new series on working on that camper. We bought it a week ago. Yeah, 1 week ago today. Bought the camper. Needs some work. So I will see you guys over in that series. See ya.